Hello, my name is John Delick. I'm a peer leader at Youth Move Ohio, and I'm from Mahoning County.
Hello, my name is Kaylee Dillon, and I am a peer leader for Youth Move Ohio, representing Franklin County. In this video, we are going to discuss managing triggers as a youth peer supporter. It's super important when you're out in the field to know how to recognize as well as manage triggers that occur.
First of all, what exactly is a trigger?
A trigger is defined as an event, activity, person, place, or thing that causes an intense physical or emotional reaction that is connected to trauma.
When it comes to recognizing triggers, there are two important things to be aware of. The first is to be aware that everybody has triggers. Peers have triggers, along as peer support specialists have triggers. And the second thing to be aware of is to know yourself and have self-awareness to how you react to different crisis situations.
People tend to respond in many different ways, and so knowing how you respond in different situations plays a key role in how you are going to manage your triggers as they pop up.
It is important to understand that when you're working with peers, triggers will happen at some level.
Having a plan is an important step to have as a youth peer supporter. When you're making a plan to deal with triggers, you want to plan for situations when triggers are going to pop up and be aware of situations that are going to be possibly triggering for both you as well as your peer.
A few suggestions are to plan for ways to track possible triggering situations, brainstorm ways to think ahead or anticipate so you can potentially avoid a triggering situation.
As a youth peer supporter, you want to be that boundary manager and be aware that your story could be triggering for yourself as well as others. You want to practice what you preach. Practice those self-care and grounding techniques that you work on with your peer as a peer recovery supporter, because we want to make sure that you both are successful on your wellness and recovery journey.
So now that you have made your plan for when a trigger happens, the next step is to activate that plan.
You're going to be in the moment when you're working with your peer, so knowing that it's okay to go through some breathing or grounding exercises with your peer when you're in that moment. And that could be when you get triggered or when your peer gets triggered. So being aware of the resources you have already on hand is super important.
For me, what I like to do when I'm triggered, I first like to reach out to a trusted individual, someone like a mentor, a therapist, or even a friend or teacher who will listen to me and can put themselves in my shoes to understand exactly what I'm feeling in that moment.
You want to practice that self-care activities that I have been stressing throughout this video. Whether that looks like going to a meeting or support group, or even going and just doing something for yourself, can be super important in making sure that you are on your wellness and recovery journey.
Also, a thing that I like to do is when I'm triggered is to take some time just for myself and use that time to decompress. I like to go for walks outside. It helps me to clear my head and release any emotional tension that I've been hanging on to.
And finally, we encourage you to talk to a supervisor. Your supervisor is there to support you, and especially if it's a reoccurring problem with a peer triggering you, you want to be able to talk to them to be able to get reassigned and best support not only your peer as well as yourself.
So to wrap this all up, the big three takeaways. First, to recognize your own triggers. Second, make a plan. And third, activate that plan. And for more resources, please go to our website at youthmoveohio.com.